Hi guys, a quick video on logs and how they will help us in this unit. It's kind of the opposite of the exponent function, I guess. You know, multiplication goes with division and adding goes with subtracting and exponents go with log. So if I wanted to solve this question, 2 to the x equals 8, and I want to know what the x was, right? Um, you have done this in the past where you've looked at this sort of thing and gone through it and probably said, well, it's 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, so that's 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, so 2 to the 3 is 8, which is true, okay? But what we are going to do is show you, go over a way how to use your calculator to help you solve this. And what you do is you use the log function on your calculator. So you look for this log somewhere, and if you want to find x, what you do is you take the log of both sides and it will find x for us. And what happens when you do that is you take the log of 2 and the log of 8, and when you do that, the x comes down. So when you use that function, it kind of undoes the exponent. So it brings the x down here, and now we have x times log 2 is equal to log 8. And these are just numbers. Log 2 and log 8 are numbers in your calculator. So if you're going to solve for x, all you do is solve the way you would solve for x normally is if log 2 is multiplying by x, you divide each side by log 2 and you move it to the other side, okay? Or essentially move it to the other side. So throw that in the calculator and you get 3. Okay, that's an easy question. And you might say, why are we bothering to do that? Well, here's a question for you, and we'll be doing questions like this in a second. If I have something where I have something like this, where it's 3,000 times 1.2 to the x is equal to 4367. Okay, so I have a situation where I have 3,000 to start off with of something, and I'm growing by this amount here, 20% per year, and I want to figure out how long does it take to get here to this number. Okay, that's a decent question. What you'll do is we'll do a couple things to solve for x here, and we can do that now. Okay, and the first thing you're going to do is get rid of this 3,000. It's multiplying by the 1.2 of the x. So you're going to go like this, and you'll bring that over here, and you'll say 4367 divided by 3,000. Okay, so I have 3,000 on the left, and now I have 3,000 on the right, and it was multiplying on the left, so I bring it over by dividing. And I'm going to grab my calculator. I'm just making this question up as we go along, and that's this, and then I get 1.2 x is equal to 1.46. Okay, we'll leave it there. And now I just want to figure out how long does it take to go, or how many x's, what's the value here of x? So I go from 1.2 to 1.46, and to do that I use that log. So I go like this, 2 is equal to log 0.46, x is equal to log 1.46 divided by log 1.2. Okay, so grab your calculator and hit 1.446 log divided by 1.2 log equals, and you're going to get x is equal to, in this case, 2.08 once you're on. So whatever that is, if this is years or minutes or whatever, my answer is 2.08. Okay, so that's logs for you. That's an intro to logs. That's all you need. Okay, very useful tool. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, see ya.